Hey guys, it's Jason. We're here for an all-new episode of the Down on Movies podcast starring Michael.
Hello.
And Starla.
Hello.
And Caitlin.
Hello.
And we are here because, it is the season of fathers, good and bad. And Father's Day is among us. The season is in the air. Yeah. It's coming up.
It's Father's Day.
Yeah. No! Oh no! It's right behind me. That's right.
Oh,
I know,
it
now
follows.
It follows. Yeah, there you go.
How's your father?
Father's Day. It follows. Yeah. Don't you see it? It's right behind you. But no, it is Father's Day season. They're getting the cards out. People are loving their dad a little bit more this month.
Are they really?
If they're a good one. But basically, we decided to do for this theme. We're doing the best and worst, in our opinion, movie fathers. So ones that just don't match up to par as much. And ones that go above and beyond for their child. So,
Yes.
Everyone feeling good? Anything to report? Wow, this is dead silent. I'm just gonna start talking to myself.
Insert cricket sound.
Yeah.
Saw Night at the Museum for the
Yes.
first time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
and actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
Thought
like
it
to
was
see.
really. We bought it actually.
Did
Yeah.
you see?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Blu-ray.
a good movie.
Yeah.
I love though. I remember a long time ago me going, "That was a good movie," and y'all was both go, "Jeez, come on."
It is a great
dumb
movie.
kid.
It
I
is,
was
I was
laughing
very
the whole
Like
way
the
through.
best,
I was
the
very
part I
surprised.
laugh the most at every time I watch it is when they're poking a hole through the tire.
Yeah.
And it's like it's blowing them away, but then it's like
Save
barely.
yourself.
Save yourself. Like,
That was very
I won't
good.
quit
Yeah.
you.
That was great.
That was great.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did see that because the family was visiting, so we decided to go see some
Yep.
kiddo movies.
Yep. And we might have enjoyed it more than the kiddos.
Yeah.
True.
Because Aiden had already seen it, so he was just kind of like
Yeah.
there. But
Yeah.
then
But
Ryan,
you got a shake.
he did.
Yeah, the shake is worth it.
That's
Right.
right, because we were mentioning you because you listened to this. All right, so yeah, we'll start off with the good dad, which is sadly kind of ironic because it's like you have to talk about you talk less about the good dad. We have more to say about bad dads. I don't know. It is what it is. He doesn't listen. All right, so
What if this is his first one he listens
that'd be
to?
hilarious. I love you. Okay. All right. Well, my good dad choice of movies because see, everyone feels awkward now, don't they?
Yeah.
See, basically, yeah, I said this tone down a little bit. There's lots of movies with good dads. Ones that I'm very jealous of. Ones that very, you know what I mean. Like everyone, I'm not trying to poo-poo our dad. I'm just saying, like, you watch it and you're like, oh, that's a great dad.
Yeah.
Like he literally,
Like a dad that has to be written into a movie.
yeah,
Because I don't
because
think
they're
exist in
so
nature.
good that they're written. Yeah, they're written into the movie.
Yeah.
Because they have to be. Dad's perfect, but mine isn't even real. It's a cartoon dad. But if I had the ideal dad,
I love the idea that this is your ideal dad. Continue.
hey, to each his own. Like my ideal dad would have to be the good dad here. You ready?
Uh-huh.
You ready? Even though you already know what it is,
Yeah.
I have to build the suspense for the listeners. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Would be obviously Goofy from the Goofy movie. And I know.
Obviously.
Obviously.
We had to fight over that.
Yeah,
Who's gonna get that?
all three of you
Three-way
tore for
Right.
Goofy.
I'm sure all of you listening would have picked Goofy as well if you
Yeah.
were.
Maybe.
If you had to choose, that would be their first thought.
Yeah.
He's
well,
always on the list, isn't he?
Well,
Yeah.
because and to be fair, I mean, I had lots of different ones. Like I was going to think about like Marlin from Finding Nemo. Like he went so far. He was scared of the ocean. He was a damn fish. He's scared
Any
of the ocean.
actual fathers? Or...
Right. Any
No,
real people?
no real fathers. Hey, there was no rule about what kind of dad.
No,
So,
I like it. I
don't
like
screw
it.
you guys. So
You're just busting
basically,
your
in
balls.
I've already talked about this before. In one of the first podcasts we talked about. But basically, Goofy movie is about Max gets suspended from school. It's like the last day of school, and he gets in trouble and gets into the principal's office because he did this concert to try to impress this girl in school. And Goofy starts freaking out because he thinks his son's going to be like this delinquent who goes to jail and all this other stuff. And so he basically, what makes him such a good dad is that first of all, he's a single dad. There's no mom in sight. He's a single dad. He does the cooking.
Well,
He does the
it's Disney.
cleaning. Well, yeah, exactly. He does the cooking. He does the cleaning. He loves his son so much. You know what I mean? And then like the second he hears any idea of his son even getting anywhere into being trouble, he's like 17 and he's thinking he's going to go to jail. And so like he decides to do what his dad did and just take him on like this fishing trip. And then he has this map that his dad set up for him, and it's like this tradition, has like little things marked out of, stops on the way, and Max is just not even into it. but Goofy still tries that much harder. You know, he still wants to just like not make his son some piece of shit. You know, he's still like, I don't care how bad you push, I'm gonna love you, and you're not gonna go to jail. I don't care what you do. And then like, you know, Max decides to, you know, switch the map, you know, to go to Los Angeles for this concert's going, because he told the girl that he liked that he's going to the concert. That's why he can't go to the party, but really he's going on a trip with Goofy, you know. And so, you know, so he changed that to the direction. Goofy knows this. He knows this, man, and he's and he's still, it loves him so much. He's like, you know what? We're going anyway. We're gonna impress this girl. And then he's just like, he's just there, you know. He's just like the best dad in the fact that he's just there. You know, he just loves him. He loves Max.
So he's present. He's willing to be a part of what his son really wants to do.
Yes.
It's helpful.
And he's
And he did, yeah, exactly. Because then you have Pete's candy ass, which is Goofy's friend, who's in there like making his son, you know, cook steaks and kick. Like he went bowling and stuff, and he's like, you know, he says his son's name and he makes him kick the pin over. Like he just treats him like a damn slave. So like you see like the good and the bad in that, and it's no pun intended. It's goofy, but it's but it's good. Like it makes more sense when you watch it. Like when you watch it, you get that feeling. You know, even though it's cartoon, you really feel the love he has for his son, and he would do whatever he would take just to just make his son happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's
It's
very
good shit.
sweet.
Yeah, it's good shit. And then and then Max
Whether
realizes,
he's a dog or not, the fact that
and not like a dog for the women, but like a dog.
but the things that he does translate
And
to
then, like,
anybody.
also Max learns a lesson because he's like, he doesn't want to be like Goofy. He does, like, he starts to, like, in one part, he starts to laugh like Goofy, and he's freaking the hell out. He's freaking out, like, it's the worst thing that could ever happen. And then by the end of it, he, like, embraces it. Like, he realizes, like, oh, well, this is my, you know, that's my dad. That's my dad. Look at him. I'm proud of him. I love him.
Yeah.
You know, short and sweet. But anyone who has seen the Goofy movie, y'all haven't seen it, right?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so if you've seen it,
I've seen you talk about it several
yeah,
times.
it's a good movie. It's a good
I feel like
movie,
I have
man.
seen it.
It's such a good movie.
You need
like,
to watch it.
You remember me
like-
searching for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's such
Your
a good movie.
enthusiasm for it is very
infectious.
yeah.
And it's another one kind of like with Toy Story that just kind of stuck with me all the time. That one and like Brave Little Toaster. You know, like those. Y'all can laugh at me all you want to. I'm representing these movies. You know, but like movies like that have stuck with me because even like Brave Little Toaster, it's about, you know, like off topic,
a
but
brave little toast.
Brave Little Toaster. It's about it's about this little boy who his toys were a toaster, a lamp, his little heated blanket, and a vacuum cleaner. He loved playing with that stuff. And then his family moves away, and that stuff, the toaster and stuff, stays in that house, this abandoned, dirty house, waiting for their master to come back and get him. It's been years later, and they realize, you know what, we should probably just go look for him. And so they go find him as an adult. Like, they're looking for him, and then he finds him, and he loves him just like he did when he was a kid, and they're just so happy. Like, they're so happy that that love's still there, even though it's been, like, years.
I
He's a
think
college
that all
student.
of these things
Yeah.
tell your listeners a lot about you.
It's a very common theme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. If y'all haven't seen that one either, it's good. It's good shit. That's some high-quality HD. That's some gourmet
And
shit.
I was saying earlier about his choice Goofy, even in the extremely Goofy movie about where his son's going
It's
to
the-
college.
It's the sequel.
He's just as good of a dad. He's
Yeah.
so nice, and he's so sad that his son's going to college, and then he goes and
He enrolls into
quits
college with
He
him.
gets fired from his job, and he enrolls in college,
Oh, no.
so he can be
gosh.
closer to his son. And then he signs up for the X Games because his son is in it.
Yeah,
and
that
he
one
wants to be closer.
that one has a little bit more in it, but because this one was just literally like the first one is just he wants to go on a family trip with his son to just bond with him, get him out
I
of
feel
the.
like this might also be a preview for you of how Chase would be as a father. You can expect him to roll into the X Games and all kinds
Or
of things.
to be with his
Family trips.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna take you
Yeah.
fishing, goddammit.
Just above and beyond.
Yeah.
But that's sweet.
Clark Kent
That's
Griswold.
yeah,
Yeah.
Something like that.
yeah.
But in
Yeah,
both
he's-
movies, Goofy's always sweet.
We're gonna have the
He's a good dad.
happiest fucking Christmas since Danny fucking K.
Jesus. I think there's one too many fucks in it.
I don't know. That says something like that, right?
Yeah.
pretty close.
That's what he says, right? That's what he says that. He says that word twice. All right. Okay. Well, Caitlin, you're up. Yeah. Now we're done with Goofy and F word in the same
And
sentence.
the Brave Little Toaster.
The Brave Little Toaster. But overall,
brave fucking
Goofy
toaster.
is what, you know. Back my closing statement.
Okay, let's hear it.
You ready?
In summation,
Goofy, you know, obviously this shows you, you know, kind of what the person was feeling as creating the Goofy character, you know, because it's like Goofy is like, even though he's animated, is the best. Still holds up as one of the best movie dads in my opinion.
Yeah.
Sure. There you go. Caitlin.
Well done.
Very good.
Yes. And at one point you'll watch that movie, and then by the end of it you'll laugh and be like, "This movie sucks balls." And like
No.
Chase loves it. You know.
I bet you
It's
it's
It's weird, but it's good. Caitlin.
Okay, so my
top that, Kate.
Yeah.
yeah.
Drop the mic.
No, mine probably isn't as good as Goofy, but mine is Captain
Cheater.
Von Trapp from the 1965 The Sound of Music. And I know he starts out as this really strict dad who just is like treating his home like an army with his kids. He's like whistles for them, and they all have their different signals and everything, and he's so strict, and he doesn't let them play. He has them dress in nice clothes all the time, but then when Julie Andrews comes and she
Starlight Maria.
yes, when Maria comes and she kind of brings the love back into the home, gets the kids singing songs and everything, and he kind of becomes a better dad, or probably the dad he was before his wife had died, and he just became all serious. I think he just didn't want anything to remind him of her. He was like scared. He didn't know how to raise his kids, so he just became this strict dad who was like, no, you're going to do things the way I want. And then after she brought the love and the music back into the home and everything, he kind of lightened up, and he sung with them, and he was a happy guy. And I think also it's kind of cruddy he's going to marry that Baroness lady that none of them like, but I think he needs somebody because he lost their mom, and he wants a mom for them, but he doesn't exactly know.
He was lonely.
Yeah, he doesn't know who like to be with. He's just like, okay, this works, because he doesn't really want to be with her. You can tell. And then when he gets with Maria and everything, he's happy, and he knows like she'd be a good mom for the kids. And I just feel like he's a good dad after that. And he, like Starla was mentioning earlier, he gets them out of the country
They're
because
going over to Poland, right? Is it Poland or Switzerland? Where are they going? Are they in Poland going to Switzerland?
I thought they were in Switzerland.
So maybe they're going to Poland.
I-
They're going because they
I
invade
thought
Poland.
They were going to Switzerland.
Yeah, no,
I think
they
they're running away to
invade-
Switzerland
yeah, they
because
invade
he
Poland and he's going to
disagrees
Switzerland.
with the things that are going on, and with his he's a government official,
Trying
and
to picture
he's
him that.
going against
Yeah.
his commanding officer and
'Cause I know
doing what he knows is best
the
for his
Nazis
family.
invade
Yeah.
The U.S. can't. Wait, does the U.S. No,
They're
wait.
still
who-
trying to
I mean,
figure this
whoa,
out.
Whoa, I'm way
Wow,
off.
you're
here.
thinking of a video game. That's
No, not Call of Duty. No, because we just answered this on Trivia Crack. Because they're like, the Nazis had an issue with what was like Canada, Poland, and.
I didn't answer that
they
question.
never
That
came
must have been
over.
you.
Well, I know they didn't come
Across-
over here, but like
Yeah.
they had,
I think they invaded Poland first.
Poland first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
So
tried to go.
let's just say they went to Switzerland.
But
They tried to go- yeah,
regardless, he went against what he knew everybody else thought. Like he went with what he knew was right. Got his family out of there, and he was a good dad at like the second half of the movie. He was a much better dad once he kind of got his life back together. So that's my good movie dad.
Well
Very
done.
good.
Alright.
I like that.
Thank
I mean, it is no Goofy.
you. I
Goofy
said
could-
at the beginning
Goofy
it
could
was no
sing
Goofy.
Edelweiss. I'm just kidding. Nah, it's a
Would
good
you
one.
want to hear it?
It's a good one. I think that just I'll just be like, you know what? We're just gonna pretend like we agree with the Nazis just so we can stay in our home.
All right, kids.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
kids. Pretend you love Hitler. I'm just kidding.
Gosh.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
All right, Starla, you're up.
Very dark.
Yeah.
On
Take
that,
that. Gee, it was a joke, people. Come on.
right, the best movie father, in my opinion, is Craig T. Nelson as Steve Freeling in Poltergeist, the original.
The good one.
Yeah, the
1982.
2015. I mean, the 1980.
Aw.
Not so much.
Yeah. Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
Thank you. And to me, he's like I told Michael, he's the type of father I'd want to be.
Every guy wants to hear that.
Yeah, I know.
Because he's funny and he's youthful without seeming like this old crotchety dad type.
Yeah.
You know, he'll play around and stuff, but when his son is scared of the storms, how he explains to him how to count and know the storm's moving away from him, and you know,
He's very patient.
he's very patient. He is the right amount of concerned when his child disappears into a television.
Yes.
Everything
Go to
you're
work.
saying is making me think of that remake more and
He
more.
doesn't go to
It
Just
was
the things that.
Yeah, he stays home.
Yeah, it's not a question of going to work. As soon as his child's disappeared, he stays home,
Right.
and he looks visibly upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
His only concern is getting his family safely out of the house when all this paranormal stuff is going on.
Right.
You know, his reaction when skeletons is popping up out of the ground and his wife and his daughter are trying to get out of the house is genuine and panicked, as it should be.
Yeah.
Because skeletons are popping.
Yes.
When he thinks that Carol Ann might be in the pool when they lose her,
Oh yeah.
he's jumping in
yeah.
that muddy, disgusting water looking for her in the pool.
Doesn't care about himself.
Yeah, he's selfless and humorous and caring, and at the moment there's that moment where Tangina wants whichever parent Carol Ann's more threatened by to call out to her and tell her that she has to respond.
Yeah.
And Diane says, well, that'd be Steve. And he says, I'd never do anything to the children, or, he's upset at the idea being that they would be more threatened by him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's nice that it upsets him to have to be the disciplinary, threatening parent to get her attention. But, yeah, he's just, that's that selfless love that all these dads have had so far, where you're just like, okay, bodily harm or humiliation or whatever, I'll just do it.
That's right.
I'll be out there for them. And I think that's the type of father I'd want to be. And also, it's important to note, because when he actually goes to the paranormal investigators himself, he leaves the house, and goes and does something, unlike another poltergeist father.
That I will discuss in a minute.
He notes, they ask him the ages of everybody in the house, and he says his wife is Diane, 31, and their oldest is Dana, 16. They started this family young.
Yeah.
What, 15?
And
Yeah.
I mean, and the fact that they've had 3 children, they have a house, he's worked hard,
He's very responsible.
It's mentioned several times in the movie that he's, the top salesman in their neighborhood. So he's providing for this family that they start out very young, maybe against odds, and they still seem to have a lot of love for each other. And Tangina points out that that's the important thing. That's what's going to bring Carol Ann back, is that they all love her. So how that other little girl made it back, I'll never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's because of the drone.
Send in the drone!
The drone got her out.
Right.
So, yeah. It's nice to see that represented, even in a scary movie. Anytime you see a nice father represented, it's pleasant to see.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I know, we need some more bad moms out there. Which mine also had too, so, Well, good choice. It's another good, like you said, selfless. They'll do whatever, they'll do whatever they need to, embarrassing or not, to really be there for their parent.
Well done.
So, good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Michael, you're up.
So I picked, as my best movie dad, 1985's Commando.
Commando!
Yes, and I had no idea that you hadn't seen it yet.
I
thought we
have
showed
not.
it to you or something, but
This is an important film. This should be shown in child development courses.
Yeah.
So
The birthing process in Commando.
he didn't take his kid on a fishing trip or anything like that, but he did jump out of a plane. He kills pretty much an entire army
God.
to get to his daughter.
Jesus.
So yeah, it's a little over the top, but yeah, he does whatever it takes.
It's all about getting to her.
It's all about it's the whole plot of the movie is getting to her, because he's the basic plot is this dictator forces him to kill this president of this fictional country, or they'll kill her. So he's got like so many hours before the plane lands, and of course it's before cell phones, so you can't make a phone call and the movie's done. But
yeah, LOL, these guys are making each other.
So he's got so much time before the plane lands, and he times it, jumps out of the plane, and then he has to go and kind of tell each of the crew who kidnapped her to find out where she is, and he takes them kind of around the whole city, and eventually gets to an island, and there's an army there, and he wipes them out.
Just destroys
just for his
and
kid.
it looks so realistic.
Yes,
that when Michael was a little boy, go ahead and tell him.
How old was I? It was in 85, like 9 or 10 or something.
Yeah.
I was convinced, because it's so real, that they hired criminals to be all the people in the army, and they're really killing them. And Mom's like, no, that's not real.
That's great.
I was like, yeah, the guy got his arm chopped off. That's real, Mom. Dummy.
God.
So, well, I mean, that kind of shows you. I saw it when I was
so funny.
when I was that young. She let me watch it. So.
But it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, it's at his 80s best. You know,
Yes.
he had this one.
And Alyssa
then-
Milano.
Yeah.
during the height of Who's the Boss.
Right.
We don't care about her.
So yeah, he had this one, and then 2 years later he did Predator. So this is
Yeah.
like his
Arnold.
golden age. Yeah, tons of great lines.
But it's like the
Tons of great
whole
lines.
intro during when the
Yeah,
credits are going. It's a
it's a
sweet
montage.
music and a montage of him doing all these fun
They're
things
going
with her.
to get ice cream.
Oh, so
And
now
fishing
it's
and-
just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Like
it's a happy
showing-
movie.
It's
Yeah,
very
showing
cheesy.
what a great dad he is and how much
Yeah.
time they spend together.
Yeah.
And so then that way when she's kidnapped.
Yeah.
You
He
see
just
him,
goes-
the switch
Yeah.
goes off where he's
Yeah.
like, I must break.
And
Wrong
she
movie,
says
wrong
that
accent.
it's not nearly as nice as watching him smash your face in. That's what she says to her.
To the leader.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
yeah.
yeah.
She's
had it.
pissed.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's had it.
She is her. That is his daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
It's kind of exciting. And a little fun fact for you. Ray Dawn Chong is in the movie.
Ray Dong
Yes.
Chong.
And she is the one who helped discover Chris Pratt,
Yeah.
whose
Hey.
spaceship in Guardians of the Galaxy was
Is
the
Milano.
Milano. So
Hey.
there you go. Your
There's
your
your full
world
circle.
has come full circle.
It is
He was.
Circle
I
of
think they
Life.
were in. She was directing something. It was in Hawaii.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
and he was her waiter.
He was a waiter.
Nice.
And he asked her how he could get into the business, and she really liked him and helped
Yeah.
him get a role.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that was it.
Nice.
So
Pretty,
look at that.
pretty impressive.
I know.
I know the first thing I ever saw him in was literally Parks and Rec. Like I watched because season 1 of that came out in like 2007, so
Yeah.
I was like 16. So I watched that like
Yeah.
until now.
See,
Or-
and you have a little piece of Commando to thank for that.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, Commando.
That's right.
I will go to you more often.
Yes. Look to Commando.
Look to
Jay.
Commando for all the answers.
Yes.
All right, well that is our good dad. So now, with every wrong, well, every right there's a wrong. Every wrong there's even more wrong. All right, so okay, well this is easy, because I'm not gonna talk about the movie. It's about how my hatred for the movie.
Right.
But I will discuss the dad and the stuff he does wrong. So as
Okay.
we all know, because we've already kind of been hinting at it, my dad for worst was, which has been changed, is the more I thought about it, but I was like, the remake of Poltergeist is probably the worst dad I've ever seen. We've seen some bad dads in movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, okay, the obvious, he has no job, right? So he's
Yeah.
already a bum who can't support the family.
And he has kind of an opportunity to get a job, but it's not something he likes or wants to do. So
Exactly.
he passes
So
on it.
he's like, no. So okay, so he has no job, refuses to take a job that is going to be a paycheck because he's not a manager of he's not going to be a manager of anywhere. So okay, so there's that. And then he goes to the store to go buy some traps for this fucking gopher. And then it's like
Squirrel.
Yeah.
whatever.
Close.
In the CGI I couldn't tell. And then he walks in there and then it's like, sorry sir, this card doesn't work. Oh, can you try it again? No, this card doesn't work. Here, try this one. Okay, this doesn't work. Okay, we'll try this one. Okay, it worked. And so he's like, okay, so he bought you can afford, your
$10
broke ass
trap.
can support a $10 trap. But you see a mall and your first instinct is go blow the credit you have?
Mm-hmm.
The credit limit's probably like $500. Yeah, $500. Sorry, I had a hiccup. $500. And you just blew it all.
That's just hate.
My hate, that's my hate in my back of my
Just
throat.
spilling up.
But it's like you're already in debt. You don't have a job. Your wife barely has a job because she's a writer. Like it's like
She's working on her novel chase.
yeah.
It's important.
So how the hell can they afford anything? And then it's like okay. And then your son has an issue. It's a new house. It's very creepy. It's rainy. It makes noises. You put him in the fucking attic, like Anne Frank's candy ass. And she has a mirror in the room. He has a damn window.
Skylight, yeah.
And then it's like scratching weird, and I'd be scared. And then he's like, son, listen here, be a man, and just lay there. Just don't be scared. And then like the son, he's just like, the son finds this freaking closet full of clowns and stuff. Again, I would be scared of that because I'd be like, what kind of sick freak is up here messing with these clown dolls? And then he's like, I'll go check it out. And he's like, bruh, there's nothing up. Just get the clowns. Just play with them, dude. Come
You're
on.
actually quoting the movie.
Yeah,
so
just
it's weird.
come on, bruh. Like, and then it's just like,
And then decorates his room with them.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, you scared of these? Well, I'm going to put one here.
Yeah, right.
Put one here.
So wherever you turn
put
your
one
head,
here.
you see one.
And then after that, him and his wife have this lengthy discussion about how he does, pretty much, they don't like their kids. And they're like, well, Maddie's not the problem. It's those other two. It's that scared boy. It's that damn 10-year-old who doesn't like the dark, clowns, and the noises. Like, come on, bro. He didn't even get a bra. He gets a brew. Like, it's just, that's some bad stuff, man. He's no good. And then he's very, like, underwhelmed. Like, oh, my daughter's back from the underworld. She probably has, like, pneumonia or something from the cold. She's in bathwater now. And he's just like, oh, you're back. Like, he's just patting her. He's like, great, now I gotta do something else to get rid of you.
Yeah.
Like,
He hired the
he
ghost.
hired the ghost to steal her. That was really the mafia.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's really annoying. And I don't know, again, and we've talked about it, I don't know if it's because of Sam Neill. I don't know if it's, or Sam,
Or Sam
wow,
Neill.
Sam Neill. Why do I keep calling him Sam Neill? No, this isn't Jurassic Park.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would he have anything
Yeah,
to do with it?
God dang it. That's not who I mean. What's his name? I forgot his name. I can't think now.
Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell. I can't even remember now.
Not the singer Rockwell.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell. Jesus Christ. Because
Jesus Christ.
not just Sam Rockwell, not Jesus Christ. Yeah, because Sam Neill is a better man overall, even when he's not playing a dad. Jesus. But no, like, Sam Rockwell. I don't know if it's because he didn't care, or if the script was bad,
Somewhere
or if the
after
direction
the
was
movie,
bad.
he stopped caring.
Yeah, because
completely.
like he was just like, and then he was an alcoholic.
Yeah, he
freaking
was
drank
drinking
all
too
the
much.
time.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. Like,
No
he's a
redeemable
winner.
qualities.
No, yeah, he had no redeemable qualities. And then it's like the house is blown up, so you know it's just
He's like, it's whatever.
yeah, it's just like whatever, dude. Like it just doesn't
Call the realtor.
He's like did that thing where it's like I want my daughter, just give me my daughter back, and he's like winking at him like don't do it,
Right.
don't do it. Like whatever you do, don't give my daughter back. Like I don't know, it just he had nothing about him that screamed like, oh, I may be a good dad. Like no. Like, the only thing that was missing was him hitting any of them. Like, that was, like, the only thing that was missing. Like, had he hit
Yeah.
Maddie in the face when she was crying or something, that would be one thing. But,
Yeah.
He didn't
It's
have
just-
enough motivation.
yeah, he
He's
didn't
too
care
late.
about
That
him enough.
took
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a manager position. I can't hit anyone. Like, I don't know. It's pretty bad. I'm not going to stay too long on it, but it's just,
Too late.
yeah. Yeah, I know. I probably could rant about him all day. But he's pretty bad.
Yeah, he was really awful.
We've all agreed. He's pretty bad.
He's part of
And-
why I picked Craig T. Nelson as the best dad.
Yeah, like...
And outside of this, he's a good actor, I think.
No, he's a good, and that's why I was kind of excited at first before we knew any better. I was excited at the fact that he is a good actor.
Yeah,
you know.
Moon is very underrated. It's
Yeah.
a great movie.
So he's done some incredible things, and it's just like,
I think everyone in this movie gave up and got sleepy halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
Like the audience.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then like, wait, real quick before I pass it to Caitlin, he plays with a damn bone that clearly isn't like an animal.
Oh yeah.
It's like
yeah.
a pelvis or something. He's like, "Here, cat, scaredy cat." Like, oh,
Yeah.
would you scare
Yeah,
this too,
putting it
dummy?
in everybody's face.
Yeah, like, what are you doing, dude?
He's 15.
Yeah.
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 Whatever. He's
And
just-
didn't bother to go talk to the paranormal investigators with his wife.
Yeah.
Send his son in his
He's
place.
too busy not looking for a job.
Yeah, I can't right now. I'm at home, seething, drinking my beer. I know, it's just all bad. All right, Caitlin, let's top
Yeah.
that. You can do it.
My worst dad is Mr. Wormwort or something. I don't know how you say it. I'm sorry. I'm saying or something because I don't know if that's exactly how you say it. I'm gonna look at the spelling to make sure.
Mr.
It's from
Wormwort.
Matilda.
Let's just keep it that way. Let's not
Matilda's
even
dad.
change it. Let's just keep
It's
it.
either
that way.
Wormwood or Wormwort.
Oh, Wormwood.
I gotta make sure because I don't want to say it wrong.
Is that like morning? Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Jeez. I'm looking for the last name. I'm trying to make sure because it's like I don't remember
Marisha.
how you say it.
Yeah.
Risha.
You know, Caitlin, we're.
Yeah, if you can find it first.
This
That's
is
your
only-
project while I'm talking.
This is yeah.
No, it's Matilda's dad. He's just an awful dad. First of all, I think they forget her at the hospital, or at some point
Like
they
when
forget
she's
her right
born.
after she's
Aw.
born. They open up the back of the car and they throw her carrier in there. They don't strap her
Yeah.
into anything. They
Yeah.
throw her in there, close the
That
trunk,
part
and
was
drive
funny.
away while it's sliding all around the back. Newborn baby.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's
What's wrong
great.
with that?
That's great. I just imagine Danny DeVito throwing a carrier.
It's Wormwood.
Wormwood. Okay, I can't remember if it was I think she called Miss Trunchpuller, however they say it, whatever, the mean principal, she calls them
Trunchbull.
Wormwort. And so that's why I got confused. I was like, which one is it? But he's just bad. They leave her behind. They throw her in the back of the trunk. And then they're just not happy to have her
so
as a kid.
bad.
They're nice to their son, but they're so cruddy to her, the mom and the dad. But he's just awful. He's this, like, sleazy con artist salesman who is sitting here making cars look like they're great and running the miles back so that it looks like they have less miles and putting bad fuel in them and all kinds of bad parts.
Dang.
And then selling them for a bunch of money. And so he's like gonna get sued because he's doing all this stuff to people's cars and they're starting to notice. So he's not taking care of his family. He's mean to his daughter. He's like, I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're small. He's sitting there like being so cruddy to her. And just the entire movie, he's the worst dad. He's mean. He doesn't care about his kids. He's just he doesn't care what happens to her at all. The teacher comes and tries to talk to him about her schooling. Is like, oh, she's doing really good in this, and I want to move her up to this grade. And he's like, she doesn't need to read books. That's what the TV's for. And he's like, basically, and he gets pissed at her for wanting to read while they're trying to watch TV. Like they sit down with their TV dinners, and she's reading a book, and he's like, "What are you doing reading during family time? We're watching TV. Watch TV." And he sits there and like
Reading during family time.
takes away her book and
Man, I feel
forces
like
her to watch TV.
I picture Nick Cage playing Danny DeVito's character.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny.
And he directed Matilda, and he plays like the worst character in there. Well,
That's
Mr.
probably why he
Trunchbull's
did it,
pretty
'cause
bad
it's like,
too,
well, I might as
but
well play this person.
yeah, he's like the cruddiest dad I've ever seen. That was what first came to mind when I heard that we were going to do this podcast.
That's hilarious.
He's just never wants to see a
Matilda's-
good dad in that
Matilda's
movie.
pretty good. It's
Yeah.
been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, it's a
but
good
pretty
movie, but he just doesn't care about anything at all. Doesn't care about his kids. All he wants to do is scam people and watch TV, and sit there eating and getting fat.
That's a pretty bad father.
That's
Yeah.
a pretty bad dad.
Yeah.
Almost close to home. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez,
Yeah, I'm
but-
just teasing. I know, Dad. It'll end being his first one to listen to, and I'm gonna be in trouble. Yeah, no, Matilda is a good one. It's a good like you showed me a trailer for it earlier to kind of refresh ourselves, but it was like the people who did James and the Giant Peach and wrote what was the other one? Because it was something that was like Willy Wonka.
Yeah, that's it.
So the same person wrote that one.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's like that same kind of weird vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that same kind of obscure type thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, good choice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
he
Starla.
sounds pretty awful.
You're right. Yeah, no, it's pretty bad, and he plays it well. The thing about Danny DeVito, he plays bad dad and creeper very well when he tries. You know what I mean? Like it's like the
Yeah.
Penguin and Matilda dad, just like he plays that very
Yeah.
well.
You
Just like he
haven't
plays
seen
like
Matilda?
No, I haven't
Okay,
seen it.
that's
you
our
would
next
like it. It
project.
has the little girl from Mrs. Doubtfire. The
Yeah.
youngest one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
What's her face?
I can
Yeah.
picture the
Yeah,
cover
I can
box
picture-
too.
yeah, I can picture
Yeah.
her.
Tilda
Yeah,
Swinton.
it's a good movie.
Like, just
but
names,
there's
yeah.
just some awful people in it, and her dad is number 1 or 2. It depends.
Number
He's-
2.
Number 2. Probably he is
He's
the second one though, because
the
that
duty.
principal's pretty awful. But
God, that poor
I
kid.
know. Can you imagine? I know. It's just awful.
yeah.
All right, Sarah, let's do it.
All right. In my opinion, one of the worst fathers in a movie is, of course, Jack Nicholson as Jack Torrance
Yay.
in The Shining.
All right, let's.
He's pretty
I'm not even
bad.
gonna be
And-
like, why?
Unlike the novel, which can almost 85% be, it can be
Yeah.
the hotel that's to blame for Jack having an issue. Here, it seems that he's at best indifferent towards his kid. He doesn't really know much of what's
Yeah,
going
he's
on
just
with
like,
him. We find out before he's even got the job at the Overlook, we find out that he drinks too much. He doesn't have his job. He's on the wagon at this point, which is good. But he happened to be drinking too much one day and pulled Danny away from some paperwork and dislocated his arm.
So that right there already was like,
Yeah.
Already
he was
he's a
never
little
a good one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the drive to the Overlook, Danny's hungry, and he says, "Well, then you should have ate your breakfast." Oh, okay.
All right.
What is there any kind of resolution for this?
Yeah,
You can
like,
eat when we get there, or
Yeah, nothing
was
like, oh,
breakfast
we're
his
almost there,
only
you can
chance to eat again?
The
Yeah.
mom
Yeah.
has to chime in and save the day.
And he just by the time they get there, he's playing the better father role in front of other people who work there. So he's trying to be, he's found the games room, and he's He's doing whatever. But the fact that this kid's roaming free somewhere in this hotel is a little disturbing too. But, he's dislocated his arm, so that's probably the best case scenario
the best case
for this kid.
is just to get him to
Stay away from him.
Yeah, just get away from me.
So then we have, of course, the hotel starts intervening and causing problems for Jack, and he's not doing too well. He's not good. And think about the circumstances also he puts his son through. He brings his son and his wife to a hotel for the winter months where they'll be completely away from civilization. All they've got is a CB radio. They've got the little snow cat that maybe they could get down the mountain in if they had to. The kid's got nobody to play with. He's got a handful of toys that his mom cautions him against going to get because his dad is taking a nap. I mean,
She's doing all the work around the hotel too.
Yeah.
That he's supposed to be.
Yeah, his wife is the caretaker, and Jack's trying to think of a novel. So it's not a good situation for this kid, even if his dad weren't to get possessed by the hotel and to murder people and try to murder his wife and son. Even before he's gone completely over the edge, he's having a conversation with a ghost bartender who's feeding him fictitious alcohol. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, where the hell did you get all that?
And tells him, "I love the little son of a bitch." That is on his best description of Danny.
Yeah, what do you think of your son? I love the little son of a bitch. Yeah.
So, I mean,
We need to rewatch The Shining.
Yeah.
It's good stuff because we watched. It's been a long time. So we tried to watch it and then I don't know if we didn't finish. I think
We
we had to
didn't
go
finish
home,
it all the way because it got really late.
Yeah.
and little Danny sees him take an axe to his only ally,
Yeah.
and after his mom, and has to, basically kind of leave his dad for dead. That's his only option.
Yeah, pretty much.
I hope he dies as his best option.
But like we kind of joked about, it's like I feel like had they not even gone to the hotel, he would have tried to kill him
Yeah.
at some point.
This probably would have played out at the apartment complex
Yeah,
they were looking
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just let us know.
at.
He's a pretty bad dad.
Yeah. Yeah. He
just never
wasn't
cared.
ever a good father.
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
just legitimately was
Yeah,
just
'cause-
bad from the start.
In the book, he's a lot different.
Yeah.
He's
He does have a drinking problem. He did do the shoulder thing, but he's loving and can't believe he did it, and he's trying really hard to straighten out his life, and you know what I mean. He comes off more
Yeah.
like he made a horrible mistake and realized it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack seems like had his wife not insisted he stop drinking,
Yeah.
he would have.
He'd still be there.
Yeah, he'd still be drunk throwing him around the room. So,
God.
it's just he's very selfish. He's got violent tendencies. He's got a problem.
We should go as Jack Torrance and the wife for
Oh, God.
for Halloween.
Yeah.
That one dude we see at the convention looks just like him too. He carries
Yeah.
on that axe.
Oh yeah.
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 It's pretty
creepy.
genius.
Yeah.
So of
you see
all
he
the
goes like,
things, yeah.
What are
Of
you doing,
all the
Jack?
things I've experienced in my life, I've never had to worry about any family members dragging an axe and
Yeah.
slurring my name as they hunt for me in the snow.
I will say the creepiest part of that movie, the absolute, and people say it's the little girls or no, it's not. The creepiest part of that movie
Okay.
is when Jack goes into that room and he sees that naked girl in the bathtub and they get close and they start kissing and then she turns into that freaking
Yeah, and starts
old
laughing.
decaying
Yeah, I
baby.
know. That's awful.
Yeah, and he's like freaking out because that's what he's been making out. She's laughing and she's just decayed and gross.
And that's another example of how awful of a dad he is. He goes to that room because his son's been attacked to
Yeah.
check out the room. He sees clearly something is wrong in this room and goes back to his wife and says, "Oh no, there's nothing there. He's got a problem. He's making this up."
yeah.
It's like
You went in there and you made out with a
Yeah.
naked
The
chick and
ghost.
she turned into a
Yeah.
decaying old broad.
and you ran out of there pretty in a
Pretty
hurry,
terrified.
you know?
It's
Yeah.
creepy. That's the creepiest scene to me. Like you would be terrified of that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awful because like
It was right
It's just-
before that we stopped it.
yeah, it was right before that, and it's not, and it's just
Yeah, if that
it
comes
sticks
up
with
on
you,
screen,
yeah.
it creeps
sticks
me
with
out.
it sticks with you. It's very creepy because it's just
But-
like
Yeah, he's not good all the way around.
yeah,
No.
he's not a good guy. Never was, never will be.
Yeah.
This is what it is. Jesus. I know. We need to watch that soon. Next movie night. Let's do it. Up top.
Up top for Shining.
Up top for Shining.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right,
No.
Michael. Let's end this on a
Note.
note. Yeah, I would say on a note.
All right, I picked The Stepfather from
Yeah, yeah.
1987, not the 2009.
Not the dude from Nip Tuck.
Dylan
Yeah.
Walsh.
Yeah.
I never watched it, so I can't speak to it, but it looks like crap. But anyway, the Stepfather is about this dude who seems alright. He's got a family, but then I guess he just gets tired of them, and he'll start to, either quit his job and kind of set up shop either in the same town or a little bit over. Basically, start a whole new family, and then when he's got everything in place, he kills his current family, or I guess his older family.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
I really was like, because I've seen that,
Clean break.
and I was really
Yeah.
like, I've seen that movie, and I was just sitting here just thinking like, what a bastard.
Yeah.
You know?
Because he's on the outside he seems like the perfect dad.
Yeah, he's real,
Yeah.
real
He's real
nice,
good.
real friendly.
But then you start doing things that he doesn't necessarily agree
his
with.
his idea is to find the perfect family.
Perfect family.
So when his family
And-
starts to disappoint him, as families will,
Yeah.
He's like,
So
no, we're going to the
Yeah.
next one.
He just goes, the complete opposite way and just murders them.
yeah.
Jeez.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, it's very creepy, and
Terry O'Quinn.
Yeah, Terry O'Quinn, John Locke.
Yeah,
From
I will
like-
say it has one of the best lines. I'll let you
Oh yeah,
get to it. but-
yeah.
Yeah.
It was what was it? Wait a minute. Who am I?
Yeah,
here?
who am I here? Like,
Yeah,
'cause
because
Yeah.
he's talking, and he can't keep track of
he
which,
can't remember
which
who
his
he
name
is, like
Yeah.
who he is
Yeah.
with what family.
And then
so he
his-
gets
Yeah.
confused. He's like, who am I here?
Yeah, and then his wife's like, you're what's it? John
That
Blake.
is the creepiest moment
Yeah.
in Stepfather.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
says his name. He's like, oh, that's right, thanks, honey.
Because he forgot who he
I
was.
forgot who he was. He couldn't
Because
figure out
he
which.
because he
And
changes
she
his
didn't
name.
think anything of it.
Probably
Well,
not. She
knew.
realizes it later.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
it
like-
goes, it
'cause-
goes bad pretty fast.
Yeah.
Because just like the fact that he clearly has done this so many times, he can't remember what name he is.
Right.
You know what I mean? He can't remember what name.
So
what
then
he's
you wonder
doing.
how many families.
Yeah,
has
how
this
many
Yeah.
families
guy.
has he been doing this to?
Yeah,
It's bad.
Crazy.
yeah.
You would like that one too. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
because it begins with him cleaning up from having murdered a family.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's one, and then
Yeah,
he's
it's
working
like-
on the
Yeah.
one during the movie
Right.
and trying to set up another one. So that's at least three that have the mark
Yeah,
on
it's
them.
at least 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So it's
awful.
it's very creepy.
Yeah, it's very creepy.
Yeah, it's based on a true story too. This guy named John List. He killed his family in 1971. That's what they based it off of.
I think I watched a show about him,
Yeah. They
So he
caught him.
basically was doing like he killed his family and then tried
Yeah,
to...
and then
he,
just moved on.
and then he showed up on America's Most Wanted in '89, and they caught him.
But he
Did
got
he
away
kill
with
any
it.
other families before?
It doesn't say,
Oh.
but I think
Well,
it
it's
was
like
just
loosely
one.
based like that
Yeah.
because he may have done it once in real life. Like, oh, I'm killed this family, go to the next one, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this is. Just imagine if they were doing this
Yeah.
a lot.
Mhm.
Turn it into a
If
movie.
this was the deal.
Like this is just what they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's
That's
pretty
crazy.
intense. We need to watch that one again because it's been a while since I've
Yeah.
seen that one. But that
Mhm.
one was good. I remember y'all showed me that one.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
very
like
very creepy.
because Terry O'Quinn he's in Lost, but he's the old guy.
Mhm.
You know, so I know you've seen at least the first episode.
Yeah.
With me, so
Yeah. Very, very creepy.
Very dark.
yeah, no, I don't know how I feel about all that.
Makes your worst dad look all right.
Yeah, I'd say mine's a
He's
drunk
just
and
lazy.
doesn't care. He's just lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's not a murderer.
yeah. I mean,
Top
you know,
faction.
You might as well have.
Yeah, but if you don't love him at all, I mean,
Yeah, I would say
It's the same thing.
Same, yeah, but right. He may not have murdered them, but he was like okay with
Yeah.
something else
Yes,
murdering
he was
his kids.
complacent.
Yeah, he's like
or like Matilda's dad, it's psychological damage
Yeah.
for the life of the
basically
child.
just trying to
That's
scar
not
you
good.
your entire childhood.
Right.
'Cause that damage you'd have when you're an adult. Just
Yeah,
like,
you'll never be the same.
yeah. We need to find Matilda. Is that on VHS or is it? I don't even know if it's on DVD.
No,
Like you know,
it
like I don't know if
is.
it's on
It,
DVD.
you can buy it on DVD. It may be on Blu-ray, but I think it's on Netflix, so we
Is
can
it?
look later. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
but I know it's on something besides
we need
VHS.
to watch some of these. I like watching some of the ones we talk about because once we talk about it, I'm like, I really want to see what a piece of garbage this
Yeah.
person is.
Yeah,
You know, and Matilda, I think the last time I saw it was when it came on Disney Channel when I lived with Bridget. Was the last time I saw it.
Yeah.
So probably when I was
Wow.
like 14,
It's a good
13.
one.
Yeah, so that's been a long time.
Lots of horrible fathers
Other
to
horrible
revisit.
dads. That's what I'm saying. And what's funny is going down the list of ones, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a bad dad. Yeah, it's a bad dad. But trying to find the one that is like the worst.
It is
Yeah.
on Blu-ray
It is on Blu-ray? Oh, there you go.
nice.
Well,
yeah.
good.
I was thinking it was
for the low price of $13.
nice.
That's $1 more than I'm going to do.
$13.99.
Yeah. Just be like the authority for $13.99. Yeah.
You too can
Could
watch
have Matilda.
Matilda.
Yeah. Next week when I wrestle John Cena on Matilda Radio. Yeah. All right. Well, that is our Father's Day themed episode. When is
Yes.
Father's Day again?
It's
I
the
think it's
21st.
21st.
So not this Sunday.
So next Sunday, whatever.
Sunday.
Sunday. So yeah, that is our themed episode. If you have a bad dad you'd like to discuss, or a good dad, and
Your own or a movie.
yeah, say we're here for everyone. We like to listen.
Please share.
But any final words?
No.
Give your dad a hug, or don't
Yeah.
call him back.
Right. Ignore his text.
Ignore his text, yeah. But thank you guys for listening. Give this podcast a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next one, or you will hear us in the next one.
Yes.
You'll see me and Caitlin in other videos. So thank you guys, and we will see you next time.